that's it. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, we're going to be starting off with the first game. It's Dragon X versus Nongshim. Both these teams lost their first game. So this game is really important. Leaving the first week 0-2 is a really bad way to start the season. It lowers morale, makes the rest of the season very difficult. Especially so whenever it's double round robin best of one. Not a lot of opportunities for you to win games, so you have to win every single one. They all matter a lot. I kind of wish this was the format in general for all leagues because it makes every game matter more, I feel like. But at the same time, it allows teams to look better than they actually are. And we actually see that in Challengers with W1D2 at first. They won a lot of games, but as we know, they didn't have a very good rest of the season. After like the first 3 weeks, they just kind of slumped really hard after that. But anyways, let's get started with this because I've been talking for a while and it looks like there's no problems with the stream this time. But anyways, let's talk about the draft because we know that this is that a rel pick? Does that yeah, it does. So we know the last pick is Oriana. So it works now. Yes, great, fantastic. We know the last pick is Oriana, so let's talk about the draft. I was talking about it earlier, so it's going to be seen kind of fast at first. We see these bans, Zoe, Pantheon, Renekton, and then we see Lucian, Nidalee, Syndra. Matches very much so with the Academy meta, which was the last Tier 2 before LCK Challenger League. And we see a lot of players that are playing right now in Challengers. They played in Academy last year, so these are all drafts that they're comfortable with. But obviously we're going to see some stuff that's new to this year as opposed to last year, just because, you know, the meta changes. Some picks become better than others, but anyways, let's get into it. Taliyah going to be the first pick. Solid blind pick in the jungle. I think especially so in Korea, because whenever new metas are introduced to Korea, there's always one or two junglers, or one or two players in each role whenever things change that more easily adapt to it, to where other players aren't quite used to it yet. And you'll see the picks like when we saw Karthus first get picked in the LCK, or Taliyah jungle during that same era. LCK junglers struggled with it at first, and I'd imagine Challenger junglers are going to struggle with some of the more reintroduced / newer picks, including the Taliyah here. So I think that's a solid pick if Peach knows what he's doing. Otherwise, if Peach isn't very practiced on the Taliyah, I don't really see the purpose of it. That's the thing, is people always say, well, this pick would have been better in this draft. And then they'll be satisfied with the fact that they could have made a better draft than the professional coach. But the problem is, a lot of the time, like, let's say, oh, why didn't they pick Gangplank here? Well, not everybody knows how to play Gangplank, especially in Challengers, where some of these players are one-tricks before they enter a professional scene. Like, a lot of these players are famous in solo queue for one specific champion, and they don't really know how to, they don't really have a diverse champion pool. So we see the Taliyah here, and then Aphelios Thresh. It's interesting to see Nongshim Challenger play Aphelios just because Deokdam is a great Aphelios player as well. But either way, I talked about this when I was VOD reviewing the finals, that Aphelios is really only playable with champs like Nautilus, Thresh, stuff like that. So it's nice to see them pick up that duo lane, really solid duo lane. So now DRX know what they're playing against. And as we see, they pick the Samira pick along with the Camille so that they can have that. Two really strong picks. If you can get a good support paired up with the Samira and lane, you'll have a really great time against Aphelios Thresh, just because Aphelios early on doesn't do the most damage compared to what he does later on. And then it's going to be Olaf for the last pick. I think it's a good R3 pick. But you have to, it also depends on what bans you have. And I don't really like the follow-up bans at all. I like the Alistar ban. I think that's really solid. Alistar is way too strong to allow to be paired with Samira. I like that ban a lot. We see Mordekaiser being banned by DRX, trying to get rid of stuff that Clear doesn't want to play into with Camille. Yone also banned away. And then Twisted Fate, I don't entirely understand that ban. Hold on, do they get coached to have a bigger pool once they get into a team? Or do they have to learn that on their own? That is entirely up to the coaches and entirely up to the players as well. Usually, you'll see players take, from what I understand, you'll see players take their own initiative and try to learn champions. Really, I don't see... I'm trying to think of the wording to use here. I don't really think I might be wrong here. Just because I mean I've only ever talked to like a very small handful of coaches and challengers. From what I understand, I don't think the players. I mean, the coaches will like force the players to learn champions, like how they should. I think it's pretty much on the and even if, like, let's say even if I was a coach and I told my player to learn a champion, that's still his own decision to make if he actually wants to listen to me or not, and also how much time he's going to dedicate to learning that champion. But I would hope, especially in challengers, where your job is to be preparing these players to be the next generation of players to play in LCK, I think a big responsibility of these coaches is to get their players to diversify their champion pool. Like for example, I've seen people say that their coach wanted them to learn champions, like Ryan with learning Kane a while back, and then also with Mujin learning all kinds of picks. I think he just kind of picked those up on his own, and they fit them into the compositions that the coaches wanted to run. But moving on, Kali, I'm pretty sure is a comfort pick. Pretty solid blind as well. And if I recall, Kali was really strong on 11.1. So I think this is a solid pickup. I also really, really, really like the Malphite pick here. Malphite is the best, I would say, like, besides Alistar, is the best counter to Samira. Like, anytime Samira ults, Malphite's job is to just ult on her. And they essentially have no team fight. And the Rel pick is amazing here. As we all know, Rel Samira is a fantastic duo lane. And the last pick is Orianna, and that gives them insane ball delivery. So now Malphite, but I also think that puts a lot of pressure on Din Din, which I don't like, because now pretty much by picking up Orianna here, the entire comp relies on Fiesta and Din Din doing well together. Sometimes maybe you'll see Yusin or like Sylvie just run in there to deliver the Orianna ball, but your most reliable ball delivery system is going to be the Malphite. Also, Orianna, just a solid pick into melee mid laners in general, can do a really good job of bullying them, especially with a Kali who struggles with crashing waves, and Orianna is really good at crashing waves. Also, Malphite is just a fantastic counter pick to the Camille here. You can just go ninjas. Sorry, voice crack. Jesus Christ. You can go ninjas and Bramble Vest, and Camille just can't do anything to you. So I think this is a really solid draft from Nongshim. But the problem is DRX definitely have the right composition if they want to run away with the game early. And if they run away with the game early and snowball, then it doesn't matter what Nongshim do. They're pretty much screwed. Let's put this on times. We'll put it on 1.5. I've had a lot of people tell me that 1.5 is the perfect speed because times 2 is too fast, apparently. So we'll just go 1.5. This is a long time to be staring at the loading screen. Let's just go right here. All right. Let's check out runes. We see Conquer for Camille, which is kind of weird. I mean, not really. I mean, so here the thing with Camille is now at this point, the top lane is going to be decided by how well Camille does before Malphite gets the first, like, the items I was talking about, Bramble and Ninja Tavi. So Clear, by taking Conqueror, is not going to have a great time in lane if he does not get if he doesn't get ahead by the time Din Din is building those counter items. Don't you think Olaf needs an enchanter? I think Olaf fits. I don't think that's the reason. Like, if I had to pick a reason that I don't like Olaf in this comp, I don't think that would be the reason. I think the reason why Olaf doesn't fit well into this comp is that there's not a whole lot of ways for him to get kills early on. Or for him to, I shouldn't say get kills, because you obviously don't want the Olaf getting kills. He falls off late game. You want your laners getting kills. But the thing is, for him to set up these kills for his laners, like pre-6 can't do anything mid-top, just because you can't, like, you just can't gank those lanes really unless laners are overextending and just shouldn't be there, and it's an easy gank. Like bot lane. I don't know why I said Malphite. Bot lane. Thresh has good setup for ganks, I guess, but also the problem is that you're fighting Samira Rel and your Thresh Aphelios, which is good. Like I said, Aphelios really only feels playable in lane with supports like Thresh, but that lane still is gonna beat you 2v2 and definitely gonna beat you 3v3. I don't know about 3v2. It just depends on context, but I definitely do see scenarios where pre-6 DRX's bot lane could win a 2v3. Like, that's definitely a possibility. Just because also, the thing about this lane is that, the Aphelios Thresh lane, is that it's only as good as, both the players have to be really good at their respective champions. If either one of them is bad at the champion, then the lane just falls apart. Aphelios obviously is more difficult than Thresh, but, oh, that is not good that Fiesta... What do you think would fit better for jungle here? That is a great question. Let's see, it's patch 11.2. I am trying to think. That is a really good... You know what I actually would have liked to see? I would have liked to see... Not Fiddlestick specifically, but, I'm trying to think of some junglers that would fit the thing that I'm looking for. Basically, more AoE team fighting to match along with the Orianna and the Malphite. Because also Aphelios, his AoE team fighting is also really underrated with the Flamethrower ultimate that he has. That can be a really good follow-up tool to say, like... maybe Fiddlesticks would be the pick here. But, more AoE team fighting, more ball delivery would be nice here. Karthus... yeah, Karthus. I mean, the thing about Karthus versus Taliyah is that if Taliyah has priority, she can possibly invade into Karthus' jungle, and he doesn't like that. But I mean, I guess the same is true with well, not really for Karthus. You don't like to invade. But either way, Karthus would actually be a pretty good pick here, I think. I do think more AP would be nice. So something, yeah, like Karthus or Fiddlesticks, more team fighting, something like that. I definitely do think that would be a good pick. A good pick. A good pick. But the ideology I think behind... I'm thinking about drafting because I want to play well in Clash. So I think you should definitely... LEC is a good region to watch if you want to learn about drafting. Also, I wouldn't really say LPL just because a lot of LPL picks are just signature to that region. Oh, this is a really good gank here. Oh, this is... What is he doing? Is he... Oh, he's waiting for the... Oh, I was confusing to watch. I was like, oh, what is he doing? So this is really good for Peach because he can just stand here and do whatever he wants because Dindon has no mana. He's level 4 Malphite, no items, and they're like, this is just a guaranteed teamfight win if Dindon wants to come down and challenge that. So Peach can just stand there and bully Olaf all he wants, and Olaf can't do anything because same reason because Clear just comes down and kills him. So he has to just basically me and Clash Ukabuka. I pick Braum. That's basically me. Just I just pick whatever whatever the best support pick is available. Just Rakan or Alistar. If both are banned, we just lose. Actually, no. Then I pull out the Nautilus and it's GG. But either way, I would definitely check out LEC if you want to. Really though, with Clash drafting. The secret with Clash is you want to understand what's good in a competitive 5v5 meta, yeah, but you also want to know what you're good at and play at your own strengths and figure out compositions that work well with your own strengths. So I would look for professional comps that have been drafted that involve champions that are in your team's champion pool. And I would look at those comps and I would watch those games and watch how the teams play the comps and understand why they drafted like that. Whoa. how they're playing the game, how they're playing to their comp strength, what they could have done better with their comp. I think that would be good. Look for like pro comps that you think would be good with your Clash team. Oh, thanks for the sub. Thank you, thank you. I have no idea how I'm supposed to pronounce your name, but thank you very much for the sub. Oh shit, I missed this completely because I'm distracted. Let's slow this down. So finally we get to see a team fight instead of just talking about how the game's supposed to go. We get to see how the game actually is gonna go. We get to see our first example of gameplay. Is this on? Oh, I was about to say, this feels slower than it's supposed to be. It's on 0.75. So instantly we see the flash stun there. And that's what's really good about this lane in general, is that you have really good snap engage on both these champions. So they go in, setting up for Peach. He's locked down, gonna be knocked back, but oh. Good job by using the sidestep, but I mean, he's dead either way there. Trying his best to survive, does go down. Meanwhile, mid lane, ooh. Oh, I want to see the replay of that. That was a really clean Akali solo kill. Did he... They were both 6-2, it looks like. Oh, and both of them use ultimate. The fight's extending bot lane. You really don't like this if you're Nongshim. You really... Oh, actually, you might really like this if you're Nongshim. Yeah, you really like this if you're Nongshim, actually. Oh. Lily, calm down. 3-3. Well... So this is kind of a weird state. Everybody just burns something and it's really weird. Hey Jay, how's it going? So like let's take a quick toll of what was burned here. So me on the side of Nongshim, teleport, flash, exhaust was used early on in that. Flash, ignite was used early on, flash heal. Iron didn't teleport in that fight. Peach flashed and Clear teleported. So it's a lot used. The problem, though, is this would have been a lot better if it was 4 minutes later. So all this really does is it just makes the game bloody. That's really it. As far as who got what, it's very unfortunate that June got one of the kills. Especially because I think he got first blood is what he got. That's like the worst case scenario. I'm pretty sure it was the first blood that he got. You can hear my mother talking to my dogs. Yeah, so the fact that he's getting first blood is not good here, because what is that? That's 600 gold, 400, 600 gold going over to, like 400, yeah, 400 gold going over to June. DRX draft seems a bit illegal. Yeah, it is weird that they were able to get so many strong picks in 11.1, especially Samira. Like, the fact that they got Samira Rel is interesting. You can make the argument for the extra tankiness is good in early lane. But the thing is, the difference between like your traditional tank getting a kill and a support tank getting a kill is that usually the thing about supports being tanky is that it doesn't matter how much gold they're going to get. They're going to be, as long as they're not terribly behind, they're going to be tanky. Just because support builds are cheaper. A lot of their tankiness comes from their kit or the runes that they're tanking. So June, regardless of the fact if he gets a kill or an assist there, is going to come out just as tanky either way. But but if you give the kill to Taeyun, for example, that 400 gold is really big, especially because I think he gets another kill later on in the fight, and that would have been 2 kills going over to Samira, and that just would have been GG. Compared to you got a kill for your support, so they get to buy a cloth armor now, or they get to get a little bit closer to their finished support item. Oh no, wait, just kidding. Samira doesn't get another, because that just makes it worse. You had an opportunity to have your Samira be in a great position compared to the Philios, who doesn't get any kills here. But at the same time, I mean, if we look at the context of the kill, like, oh no, yeah, definitely should have. I think it's just Ignite. I don't think it's June's fault that he gets the kill here. It's just tragic. So no one's really to blame. It's just unlucky, because like he backs off. He's not attacking anymore. But the Ignite kills him is the thing. And Taeyun's just using the W so he doesn't get killed by Bull. Really good kill again by Ain there. But no, it's just there's never really a situation where you want the support getting the kill over the ADC, especially if it's a Samira who's gonna rely on those early kills. Like Brand is a support that I can think of where I wouldn't mind if he got the kills over me, or if you're like a scaling ADC. Isn't this split over? Yeah. I'm going back and VOD reviewing all the games because there's just nothing to do. Why not? I also missed a lot of games this year, and this is a good opportunity for me to study for next year or next split. Let's see. Okay, so we get to see a replay of the mid lane fight now. So it's just Ein waiting for Fiesta to walk up to trade so he can go all in on him. And then... Ooh, wait a minute. What? That's weird interaction. He ulted away, but then he got taken back in by the shockwave anyway. Did he hit him with the ult? No. Wait, did he? I'm trying to figure out what... No. Okay, that's just weird. I guess just to call you strong. Didn't even have to use the execute on our ultimate. Jeez. But, okay, so this is what I was talking about where... Yeah, the shockwave helped him save Flash. Yeah, pretty much. He ulted away and then he was brought back by shockwave. The shockwave killed him? No? Yeah. This game state is just a nightmare for Nongshim, I feel like. Well, maybe not, actually. Maybe not. Camille hasn't really popped off. She's like ahead in CS, but Malphite also has a kill and an assist. That's mostly what I'm paying attention to this game. Is the top lane, just because bot lane seems to just be going neutral so far. Samira's down in C... Or no, actually, oh, that's really bad for Samira, too. Down by a lot in CS. So at this point, basically, if DRX could find a way to more solidify... To get that bot lane lead going, this game could go really well for them. But otherwise, for now, it's even. Especially considering that it's Aphelios that's doing A-okay so far. Looks like 2019 Akali, it really does. I honestly hate, but I also love whenever Akali is strong, because I hate seeing her in games in solo queue and stuff, but I love seeing her in professional play. Same with Kiana. I love when Kiana is in the meta. Let's see here. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, hold on, let me go back a little bit. We saw the gold amounts. That's oh shit. Okay, so yeah, see, like that's a 500. So that's a 500 gold lead right now in the bot lane. If Samira would have gotten that kill, it would be 100. That's what I'm talking about in the case of you're wanting your ADC to get kills. It's situations like this where you really wish Samira would have gotten the first blood. Orianna is still barely ahead despite giving over a kill to a colleague. Mostly due to the fact that she also has a kill and she's ahead by a little bit of CS. Jungle is pretty even so far. So this game could still go either way. Which you like to see, especially in season 11. If you're not losing the game in 9 minutes, you're doing good. Oh, that is a really good play by Houston there, but unfortunately, it's going to result in his team dying. So the problem there. Well, it's a good hook, but it's really bad that he dedicated to the play. Like it's really bad that It's really bad that his jungler's not ready to help them. Like you're blowing up June, but he has aftershock, so all he has to do is just go in, and he's really tanky to survive this last bit. Samira already had a stack going, has all of her abilities. No one has summoners. There was a cleanse used for Bull, but I mean it's just you're not ahead enough to take these. You're still fighting you're still fighting a Samira and a Rel. They might be ahead. But like if you look at the items, they're really not. And when it comes to fighting, because Aphelios has pretty much nothing. He has his Berserker Greaves, which is one step closer to being able to fight, but he doesn't have damage yet. And also, you just can't really fight them unless you're stupidly ahead. especially if you're dedicating using the ultimate to trap in the Rel, who has a leaping ability. I just wouldn't. That wouldn't be me taking that fight. I wouldn't dedicate to that. Oh, okay. Oh, let's go back to times 2. Let's see here. Have I been having any stream? Nope. Sweet. No stream problems. Wait, no. I forgot. 1.5. Okay, so we just see more laning here. It's really problematic that Samira's fed now, because so long as they have jungle proximity, they can fight whenever they want at this point, especially considering that Peach is level 8. If Olaf does come, then Peach can just ult down if he's on the bottom side of the map. So pretty much any time you have your Talia on the bottom side of the map, you should be looking for potential fights, potential kills if you're the side of Dragon X. Also playing for dragons would be really good, because now that the Samira is starting to get strong, especially whenever she gets longbow, really useful in those close quarter fights. It's like having a fed Katarina, but worse. Really, okay, so Dragon's up in 3 seconds, they have a shit ton of CC, and they just got Olaf to burn his ultimate. So what should you do if you're the side of Dragon X? You should be looking to do Dragon before he gets that ultimate again, but the problem is that they've gone back into their own jungle. Well, okay, so now so you have the Camille coming down, so it shows that they're trying to set this up somehow, but I really feel no sense of urgency from DRX to try to set up this dragon fight while the Olaf has no ultimate. That's a really big tool to take away from him, and now you're letting him start up the dragon, so now he's doing it on his own terms. You have Nongshim's, but there's just, and it's Infernal, and they're just handing this over, and they have a fed Samira. I just don't understand why they wouldn't, why there's no, like, your Akali is the first one. You already have Akali with a mythic item. That's what I'm looking for. Nobody else has mythic items. Your Samira's fed as hell. Your Rel, look at that, really good items on her. No ultimate for him, no teleport for him. Like, the 4 of you could have walked up, done this, they wouldn't have done anything. It felt like they had no sense of urgency to get a really, and it's an Ocean Soul, so that just makes it even worse. That just gives Nongshim such a great position, especially considering the dragons that they got. They got Cloud, which is really good for their composition, that wants to fight with this ultimate up as often as possible. I don't really get that ultimate. Here's the thing about that ultimate, like, it's in any other context, it's not bad to just randomly ult there, but I mean, but why? The Herald's taking the tower. Even if like the Akali was right here, going right there, not going to do anything because the tower's busy. That ultimate, you can't burst Akali down yet, and Akali has flash. I just don't. That's a weird ultimate. I guess trying to get her to back off to not do damage to the tower, but I don't think she was going to do it anyway. Olaf maybe could have ran down. He does have ultimate again, so maybe trying to set something up with Olaf there, but I doubt it. It just was weird. I guess you could say it was a clown fiesta. I get it, because his name's Fiesta. He set himself up for those jokes with that name, Clown Fiesta. Bork. So Akali. I think Akali was maxed on Q. So now she's going to have a really easy time pushing back the Orianna. That's when the matchup gets a little bit easier for her. Oh my god. That's just... Oh, they are... Okay, let's watch this. I thought that was just going to be an easy pick, but let's watch this fight more carefully. Holy moly. I'm trying to turn this down so you don't have to hear the dog barking in the background. Oh shit, I missed this. Okay, let's rewind it once. So, throwing up the ultimate. The problem is that this is 2 teleports in favor of Nongshim than DRX. So realistically, this could turn into a 4-on-4. And now DRX are down 2 ultimates. Granted, Talia ultimate in the middle of a team fight's kind of useless. But, so that's 1 dead there. So it's just 1 for 1. Nope. Why did Ein go in there? Wait, why did he go in there? Oh no. But why? Why would you take that? He wanted to, did he want to make like the highlight play? Like, what is he doing? I guess maybe he thought he was going to keep walking and not walk back to tower, but Fiesta saw that coming is the problem. Fiesta saw the E and was like, let me just run back to tower here. And the Kali ran right into it. And that just ends up being really good for Nongshim. But the problem is what I mentioned earlier. You're putting all these kills on Olaf instead of putting them on Orianna. Imagine if Orianna got all those kills. Obviously, Orianna had to play it safe and stand back to prevent the Akali from being in the middle of that. Wanted to put her in the middle. Oh, that Dindin ulting to cancel command there was clean. But yeah, gets a kill there. Fiesta runs back. But like here's where you could have started trying to hand kills to Orianna. Obviously, it's difficult in the heat of the moment. You're just trying to get the kills. But like, Sylvie is using his E's to execute instead of trying to see if he can possibly hand over these kills to Fiesta. And he's going to do it again here, I think. No, he did it early. But still, you don't want your kills either on your supports or on champions that fall off really hard. And Olaf falls off really hard. But we've also seen games where the Olaf gets hyperfed and carries. We saw it last year, I think, in the spring split with Shadow. When he was playing against G2. I think it was game 5 in the spring versus G2 when he got like 13 kills or something on Olaf and ended up doing really well. So some cases, like it's not unheard of to see an Olaf carry mid to late game just because of how fed he is, but you know, why take the risk instead of taking the certainty? Just give it over to the Orianna so she can scale. Let's see here. Swore nothing, so we're just gonna bring it back up to ×2 speed. Oh shit, another fight. Okay. No. Okay. Oh, so June just trying to get back to his own lane here, ends up walking right into Nongshim. Peach is playing the Talia really well. Oh, this is going to be a really big team. Oh, trapping them in there. Fiesta ulting Peach there is really good. Prevents her from... Well, Oh, that Malphite ultimate was right on the dot, but I don't know if they're going to win this fight because it's a Samira. It's one of the worst people to dive. Oh, no. That's just... you can't do that, especially if you're using your Samira counter tool to engage. Flash? No flash, but they get the ace anyway. That was a clean ultimate, but that's just not the play there. That was a terrible dive. This game, I feel, is just over now. If Dragon X play well. Like, look at this. Like, it's going really well. Going really well for both sides. Like, both teams are doing really well. All they have to do... Like, you don't even have to fight. What? Why fight here? You have the Herald that's about to kill the tower. Why fight? Just let the Herald kill the tower. Walk up to rotate the dragon. Take the dragon. And you're a step closer. Then you have Ocean Soul Point. And you just put a shit ton of pressure on Dragon X, and they have to suddenly start fighting for their lives, or else they lose the game. You can't hand over the Ocean Soul. But for some reason, they pull the trigger on this engage because they just want the team fight before. But I mean, look at the positioning from Dragon X. They know it's coming, and they position perfectly for it. Oh shit! Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Like, look at this. June waiting in the back, Peach waiting from afar. Right as Dindin goes in, trying to kill Samira, but oh, this is when Samira can eat allies too. Oh no. There's just no reason for this. I forgot about that. This is early Samira. She can still dash through teammates. Yeah, there's just no reason for this dive. Absolutely no reason for this dive. Oh my god. Like, this is such a wet dream for the. And she already has, it looks like 3 stacks on her passive whenever they decide to go in. If they would have just waited, legit, if they just wait, the Herald charge is there, they just don't fight for a little bit, they let Samira lose their stacks, and then you wait for the next Herald charge, and if you want to dive at the tier 2, where maybe they're a little bit more inclined to fall back and scramble apart because they're closer to their base, and that becomes more of a viable option as retreating for the people like Peach and I forgot, June. Like, that becomes more of a viable option. Maybe they decide to leave first and then all of a sudden realize, oh wait, maybe we should fight. There's a little bit of confusion. You can use that to your advantage, but they fight at a really weird time here. And it just causes them to hand kills over to Samira and Akali and Camille. And there's just nothing you can do. Because you could have done something earlier, but now you can't. And this game just should be over now. Really nice stun there. You know what I miss? I kind of miss Camille jungle. I don't wait a minute. Is he ult? Is he ult? Why does he? Oh, it's a visual bug. It looks like he's ulting still. Does everybody see that? Yeah, because they're no. They're just pinging vision. I thought they were pinging the fact that it looks like he's ulting. I don't know. Let's slow this down though, because this looks like it's gonna be a team fight impending. So they take that. Takeoff thinking. I love that. I love that emote. That's a good one. That's that was me whenever I was watching. Who was it? Was it Mopsy? Play Samira day 1. Jay, you should have seen that, man. That shit was something else. Those are some of the weirdest Samira ults I've ever seen. So it looks like nothing is gonna happen here. So I don't want subtitles. I want to change the playback speed. Let's do ×2 because I think this game is pretty much just going to be slowing it down for Dragon X. Dragon X now are in a great position where they can just choke the life out of Nongshim. You don't want to take it too far because their scaling's a little bit better than yours. But, well, if Samira can get kills, the scaling is not better because Aphelios is going to be behind in just a moment. If there's another team fight where Samira gets a double or triple kill, Nongshim are in a really bad spot. That is going to go right over to Olaf. Thanks for the leash. Better luck next time. Oh my god. Camille? Hello? Riot? Do you see this? And they can just 2-man the Baron, because it's Camille. Yeah, just 2-manning the Baron. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So let me get this straight. 1, 2, and 2 items. You got a Phage. Yeah. Okay. Your jungler's got 2 items, and oh yeah, you need that Oblivion Orb for Baron, and they can 2-man Baron at 22 minutes. Like 4, basically 5 items in between them, and they can just duo Baron. Oh shit, wait a minute, what is this? Okay, so this is a big dragon fight. Because Nongshim just saw that they did Baron, so now they're realizing, okay, this dragon's free because their jungler's on the opposite side of the map. Let's just melt this down, which is what they do. They have red-white Aphelios. Yeah, red-white Aphelios is just what patch is this? It's 11.1. This is a very old game. But like red-white Aphelios is the dream combination for taking objectives. You start off with red, you use Q, you get a bunch of white stacks, you switch to white, get in melee range, and just do like 300 damage to objectives and auto attack. It's ridiculous. Probably more than that. Aphelios misses the... Was that the... Wait, did he shoot red gun? Wait, okay. Listen, I'm an Aphelios connoisseur myself, you know? I just would never shoot red ultimate. Red ultimate feels so garbage. No, he shot white ultimate. That's the ultimate you want to shoot. Because if he lands that ultimate, like, right there, or, like, maybe, like, a good 2-3-man ultimate, it's really nice to start off with that, and then you switch back to red. You get even more chakra, and then you switch back to white, and you just... You turn into basically Master Yi. Ein is going in on the back line here. Samira, yep, the game's just over. It's GG from here. It honestly is. They can probably even end the game bot lane here, possibly. Just because they're so strong still. They're so healthy after that team fight. They're gonna take two inhibitors here for sure. There's nothing Nongshim can do about these Oh no, they're gonna I feel like they could have taken mid inhibitor as well. But instead, they're just going to choke them of gold. They took the bot inhibitor and they took all their jungle, which is really bad because now Nongshim don't have a lot of ways to get gold. Really solid ultimate there from Taeyun. Just impossible for Nongshim to win at this point. Down 10k gold. Samira's fed. Camille's hitting her power spikes. And it's just, what can you do? You can't do anything. Pretty much every team fight in here is just going to go like that. That's what I was talking about, where Nongshim, I feel like, have good team fight potential, but could still easily lose the game if they don't play the early game well. I kind of talked about that earlier in the draft, and that's exactly what happened. DRX played well, so ended up going their way. Nice ultimate there from Peach to keep the rest of Nongshim away from Fiesta, but they just aren't able to get in on him. And they recall. Nongshim using this opportunity to clear out vision, which is good. Ooh, they spot Sylvie here. June was almost in a really bad spot there. Maybe they could have capitalized on that. Dragon 743 clears topside, gonna have teleport, so somebody with teleport has to go match him topside, which ends up being Fiesta. Which, I mean, I don't know. At this point, I think with Dindin having the Bramble Vest, I think I'd rather have him answer clear than Fiesta. But it really doesn't matter. Oriana's better at the wave clear anyway, but it doesn't matter because Peach is just able to solo the dragon, so that's good for them. They're denying the Ocean Soul, delaying that a little bit further, trying to end the game. Baron's going to be up soon. They're trying to group up for that, so Camille's going to go on the bot side and push there, while the rest of the team gets vision control over here. Malphite's going to answer this time, maybe? No. Oh. So they're going to dedicate... Okay, this is a really interesting point. It looks like they're dedicating to trying to contest the Baron here and not answer the Camille. So now the question becomes, is Clear going to just try to end the game? And that's what they're trying to pressure. They're trying to pressure game in versus Baron stoppage. Someone should be responding to Clear right about now, but they're going to try to rush this team fight since they know it's 4v5. But the problem is that it's not 4v5, it's 4v4 because Fiesta's not there. And surprise, surprise, they lose the team fight. Who could have seen this coming? Yeah, if they had waited for Oriana to be there and then rushed the team fight, or if Oriana would have just been there, like what was Fiesta doing that entire time? Oh, he went back to catch the wave. Man, this is what I'm talking about. You get this a lot of players just low IQ, and you gotta fix that. Like, this is such an obvious scenario where you want to be with your team. He's catching the wave. Well, this is earlier. This is earlier though. This isn't fair to look at. Let's look at like. Okay, so he's there helping at first. What happened though? Like, what's going on? He goes up to answer a collie, but he just stays and catches the wave. And he knows they're doing Baron. They have vision on it, and they're probably talking about it. You're up there. Okay, so it's half Dindin's fault because his team doesn't even look ready to. His team doesn't like. Look at this. Houston's over here. This is not what you want to look like if you're trying to get. Look, he's about to get knocked up too. Oh my god. Oh, cue the Benny Hill, man. Like, legit. Cue the Benny Hill. Everything about this team fight from Nongshim is just so troll. Dindin goes in way too early. Bull gets knocked up by Baron, so then June just jumps on him, and he cleanses too early. Fiesta's in the wrong spot. Yusin's already low by the time this team fight starts. Just cue the Benny Hill. Just cue the Benny Hill. What a goofy team fight. You only see this stuff in Challengers. Bull's trying to run for his life here. He's gonna get the recall off at least. But I mean, you just recalled so you could die. Yeah, this game's over. Well, actually, I don't know. Dindin's alive. Has ultimate in a second here. Maybe this game isn't over quite yet. Oriana's up in 7 seconds. You could something could happen here. You can find the miracle play. You just have to wait it out. Nope, that's not how you do it. Dindin, careful. So, well, actually, that is how you do it. You're kind of pressuring them to stay because they see the low health tank. Maybe you can sneak in a good fight. Ain's trying to sneak the inhibitor, but why does that keep happening? But that's just no nonsense. Takeoff. When are we going to get the Takeoff solo queue streams, bro? You do not want to see me play solo queue. Especially not you, Jay. You'll hate watching me play solo queue. Sylvie. Oh, what? We cut right when a fight was about to happen. Yeah, something was about to happen there. Why did we cut the replay? I already know what happens here, though. I mean, it's just we talked about it. It's just such a troll fight from Nongshim. And Fiesta shouldn't. I feel like Fiesta shouldn't have flashed or ulted there, especially considering he came back up whenever Malphite was up with ultimate. If he had stayed flash and ultimate, they probably could have snuck in some sort of Hail Mary team fight whenever DRX were still in their base. Let's go back to ×2. Oh, wait, are they going to do this again? Let's not go to ×2. All right, so this time it's 5v5. Let's see what you got, Nongshim. This is now or never. This is the moment to throw the Hail Mary. They have to find something here. They have ultimates up. Let's see what they can put together. Dindin looking for the play, looking for the end. What's the gun combo for Aphelios? That's not an optimal gun combo, and you can see Bull trying to switch off of the long-range gun. What's the next one going to be, though? Really good ultimate from him. Ooh, gets the shutdown. See, if this team fight would have... Oh, shit, actually, this... What the fuck? They only lost Taeyun? I thought someone else died. What happened? I was watching the Aphelios, because that's what I was most interested in, was how the Aphelios was going to play that team fight. Because I don't like that gun combination, particularly for team fights. Green-blue. And you can see him trying to get rid of it, like trying to get rid of the green. Doesn't want the sniper. Ends up switching back. They're all clumped up together for an ultimate, but he just doesn't do damage. He's also in a weird spot there, and Akali just jumps in on him, so this game's over. It's just... Such bad team fight. Such bad decisions by Dindin, I think. That's what I was talking about. Like, this game puts a lot of pressure on Dindin, so he was a little antsy on the engages, it feels like. He was a little impatient, just really wanted to get in there, and as a result, they took really bad fights. Also, the rest of the team just never really felt like they were in the right spot at the right time. We saw that at the end, too. But definitely an A+ for the DRX report card. Played that game well. Did a good job exposing the mistakes of Dynamics. Or I guess Nongshim. Not Dynamics. I forgot the name changed. But yeah, hopefully Nongshim learn to pick their team fights a little better so that they can not go 0-2 next week, because that was a problem with their week 1 as well.